Dessi, Silverback Social Founder and Chief Executive Officer. All right, Chris, let's go at it. I hear it could be a search engine from Facebook, and you say what?
It could be, and I think that that's a good indicator. I think the fact that they're even having this announcement is wonderful news. It means that Mark Zuckerberg has put on his big boy pants. He realizes now that he has a fiduciary responsibility to his shareholders, and he needs to have announcements like this. We're thinking, when he says, come see what we've built, that it's not going to be a hardware. I know there's a lot of speculation out there that it's going to be a phone.
The phone. Are you dismissing phone?
I'm dismissing phone. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say dismissing phone. Although I'd love to see something that I could hold, when Mark Zuckerberg says I'm building something, he's talking about within the Facebook ecosystem. I would love to see a mobile ad network.
Wait.
Yes, I know.
You got to straighten me out about this. A mobile ad network.
What most people don't realize is that 14% of Facebook's ad revenue is mobile. And this is why people say, hey, they need to build their own phone. But I don't think that this is the direction that they're going to go. They're trying to monetize the mobile content. We also believe that there might be...
What would a mobile ad network do?
Facebook was built on the premise that they would allow individuals, publishers, and application developers to make money along with them on the Facebook platform. We believe that this is the zeitgeist behind Facebook, and this is the way that they're going to build this ad network so that everybody else within this ecosystem can continue to monetize along with Facebook.
Okay, so you create a network,
create the ad network,
mobile,
everybody gets rich off of it.
Absolutely. And everybody can make money out of it. So come on.
This is just my opinion.
Okay.
But this is where I believe that they're going. It's also what I'm seeing.
If that was it, if it was a mobile ad network, as you put it, you think that's a big winner?
I think it's a big winner. Okay. I still think, however, for the general public, an announcement like this is a little risky because people are expecting something that they can grab, that consumers can purchase.
Tangible.
Because previously, we're used to, Apple making big announcements like this, the big new product, and you get to see something and hold it and have an interaction, experience with it. I don't see this being that type of announcement for Facebook, but I do see it being a good thing for the Facebook ecosystem.
All right. General question.
Yes.
Facebook, just to me, okay, and I'm not a user. Here, okay. Facebook seems to me a bit like Apple in that.
Right.
It's losing some of its cool. What do you say?
Losing the luster. We're hearing this. We're hearing that for the younger set, high school kids, preteens, that Facebook has become a little bit like the living room, right? And I've used this analogy before, right?
You agree with this? It's losing some of its
I believe they're still there, but they're not interacting with it as much as they used to. They're using things like social chat. They're using things like Snapchat, They're using Tumblr. Some of them are even migrating away from Twitter. So they're still on Facebook. They're putting on their happy face. It's like the living room in the house. The cool kids don't want to hang out in the living room. They want to hang out in the basement, right? They're still there.
So this announcement really should be geared towards investors as opposed to users.
I believe so. And that's where the sentiment is going to be most likely a bit of a disappointment because they're not going to see the iPhone. They're not going to see the product for the consumers. This is, as I said, Mark Zuckerberg responding to his fiduciary responsibility in addressing the actual market.
You got 10 seconds to answer if you want to answer it.
On the spot.
Facebook's at $30 and small change, 30 and change. You buy it? Now,
I think
before the announcement, would you take a flyer? Would you do it?
I think I would.
3087.
I was here in August when it was at 19. I said I was bullish on Facebook. I'm still bullish on Facebook. They have information. There's 1 billion users. They're not going anywhere. They're going to continue to iterate.
Do you own it? Disclose, please.
I do own it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. We still like to know that. Chris Dessi, excellent stuff. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having me.
I want to bring in Nicole. I want to talk to you, Nicole, about coolness. Because you just went on Facebook. You just opened up the Facebook page. Is that the right expression? So tell me, is it cool, yes or no?
5 years later, well, I think it's really cool, and I think a lot of people will stay on it. However, I think with the younger set, they are keeping their Facebooks but moving on to other things, such as Instagram, which Facebook spent $1 billion on. They're starting to think, listen, if my aunts and uncles and grandma are on Facebook, I think I need to be on something else as well.
Yes, good point.
I think they're
Nicole,
duplicating.
I got to tell you, my kids wouldn't be caught dead on any website that I was on, okay? It's that simple. Just go away, Dad. It's as simple as that.
But I love it, and I thank all our Varney viewers who are writing to me all the time. I love it. I look at it every day.
All right, I've got to go back to Apple. opened below 500 minutes ago. Give me an update, please, Nicole. Have you got it?
Right, we saw it below the 500 mark. Right now, it's still underneath 500.
Whoa,
Now
look at that.
it's
Hold on a second. 492.
492.
Whoa.
Ow, talk about a black eye on a day where Facebook's really going to be in focus. In the one hand, we talked about Nomura cutting the price target to 530, but I have 3 comments from Jeffries, Stern AG, and R.W. Baird saying, buy on the opportunity. Earnings should be strong. They're likely going to beat the street with earnings per share. So you have 3 analysts talking positively. It's really a push-pull.
Okay, hold on a second. I've got Chris Dessi still with me. Would you care to issue forth on Apple at 492? Buy it, yes or no?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm going to go buy it because it's so beautiful. Apple is something that I use. I'm obsessive about. I think it's fantastic. Yes.
All right. You own it? I got to disclose you own it?
I do.
Oh, talking up his book, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I've got a new